Welcome to my channel. Today, I am really just going to be breaking down what's happening in the market. There is blood in the market. But I'm so excited, guys. Bitcoin is under 100K. And for those that are in the space, you guys know this is extremely exciting because we've had so much growth, but we want to be able to get some really great entries before 2025 hits and things really go crazy with Bitcoin. So to take a bit of a step back in terms of where we're at and what's going on in the market, back in beginning of November would be so I can't believe it was only just November, but back in November, we were under 70K. And ever since then, we've taken off all the way up to just under $110,000, which is crazy. There's been a lot of really great growth. Of course, a lot of politics has to do with that. But if we look at where we're at today, Bitcoin is under 100K right now. And what one of the biggest contributing factors to that is the FOMC. We had the Federal Open Market Committee essentially announce that they are still going to continue to sell off their assets. And, now we're seeing crypto as well as traditional markets, everything is dropping. But this is a great opportunity for those that missed a lot of the big movement that we had with Bitcoin, right? So, for myself, marking up the charts, one of the key areas I really saw as dropping to is this zone and price point around that 97.6 down to potentially as low as just below 95K. So we're now currently in that zone, which is perfect and which is really exciting. Now, to be honest with you, if you've never invested in Bitcoin before, I typically tell my clients you want to be able to get some, regardless of the price point, because you're looking at this long term. In my opinion, not financial advice. Nothing I say today is financial advice. However, I personally believe we're going to see Bitcoin get to 250K, 500,000, right? And more. So if you understand the vision and look at this as, a way for you to really store your value, right? Store your money and your value, then this is definitely a long-term play. And so being able to get in at a price point like 97, 98K is still a really great opportunity because everything that's going to be happening next year in 2025 is really going to be crazy, right? A lot of people, a lot of, um, you know, advisors, financial advisors in the market that work at different asset manager firms and so forth are predicting that Bitcoin can get to anywhere from 200 to 250K. Some have even said more by the end of 2025. And there's a lot of contributing factors to that, right? Of course, we can see a lot of what we're seeing in with Bitcoin has been driven by politics. And we can also see that in mid-January, we're going to see the Trump administration really take and get sworn into office. So that could be another factor, as well as some other factors as well, as we have large institutions that are also coming into the space and getting really excited. Now, at the end of the day, like I said, right now is a really great opportunity with Bitcoin, but there's other cryptocurrencies that are doing pretty well that are also really great price points. Of course, we saw something like Solana that is has been a total rocket, right? Over the past several months, and same thing, right? Just throwing my fib on there, of course, taking a look at where the price could be, what that zone looks like. And to be honest with you, this is even at a better price point and better opportunity than Bitcoin, right? So typically for my traders out there, in a traditional market and movement, we will see cryptocurrencies have that retracement anywhere from 50 to that 618 price point. However, one of my favorite entries, assuming of course price gets around there, is that 786,886, right? This is like your last line of defense where we could see the price get to those levels and really start to jump back up. And a lot of the reason for that is there's so much demand at that price point, right? At that level, where usually when price does get back to that price point in that zone, we start to see the markets jump up pretty quick, right? So you can see the last time that price specifically for Solana here was at 180K, right? It was back at the beginning of November, right? So it's been a while since we've been in that price point. So it's possible you can see we are starting to drop a little bit lower. than that 50% 618 zone. But realistically, the closer it gets to the 786 area, so under that $180 mark, we are going to see a bit of a jump back up fairly quickly. So for those that don't have any Solana, which, Solana, we're looking at to see some really good opportunities here. You want to be able to get some, guys. And what I'll also share too, and I actually just made a post about this, is there's opportunities to see Solana even hit 500 to even 700K next year, right? So you want to make sure you guys are taking advantage of the sale and the market, and the opportunities in this space, but just make sure you're protecting yourself at the same time. Now, one thing or a few tips that you can use to protect yourself at times like these. Number one is using buy and sell orders on exchanges. So whether it's Coinbase, crypto.com, Binance, whichever crypto exchange that you love to use, setting these buy and sell orders, right? So as an example, you can actually go on there and set it up where um, the system will automatically buy, let's say, Solana for you, right? As soon as it hits, you can set it to as soon as it hits 180K, $180, right? That way, when the market does drop, you are able to execute those trades automatically, whether you are in front of your computer or not. Right now, this also goes for the reverse. And I see so many people lose a lot of money in crypto because they don't know when to sell, right? They don't know when to take out their funds or how to move their funds, right? People will invest in crypto and then essentially they'll watch the money go up and watch it go all the way back down because they don't take it out, right? And they lose a lot of those profits that they've gained in the bull run. And so you can use the same exact strategy, right? Let's say we're anticipating, I'm going to go back actually to Bitcoin. Let's say we are actually anticipating this drop. Let's say your portfolio grew significantly while Bitcoin was around that 107K mark, and you are anticipating this drop. You could potentially, right? It doesn't have to be Bitcoin because I know a lot of people don't sell, but any asset that you're ready to liquidate or at least to sell a portion of, right, or take profits from, you can set it up where, hey, as soon as Bitcoin hits 108K, it'll sell a portion of your profits and of that cryptocurrency and convert it back into a stable coin. Maybe it's USDC, maybe you're putting it back into cash. And then what a lot of people will do, including myself as well, when we do have those drop offs, just like we're having here, where Bitcoin is going from 108K now back under $98,000, you are using it as an opportunity to use those profits and buy back into Bitcoin at that lower price point, right? So you're using your investment and the profits that you've made to then get in at a better entry now, right? Before the market essentially takes off and kind of goes crazy, right, into the new year. So just something to think about. Of course, for those that have been following a lot of the work that I've been doing, I've been sharing a lot of great crypto opportunities and coins that are really great price points, right? So another one that I really love is Ondo. Ondo's another really great opportunity. Now, this coin, for those that are part of my crypto academy and our group chat, I actually, and I'm going to clear this real quick because I want to clear this off so you guys can really see everything. But Ondo is a coin that I actually mentioned in and shared in my group chat literally as soon as it launched. So this launched back in January and it launched at about 20 cents. Okay. And this coin has honestly done amazing. So just to give an example, right? If you invested even just $500 back when it first launched at about 20 cents, right now, or at least at its all-time high at over $2, right? You would have made over $4,000, right? In under a year, which is amazing, right? On a $500 investment, guys, which is kind of crazy. But nonetheless, guys, I think this is a project that I'm still really excited about. So they are specifically in the RWA space, so real world asset tokenization, and they're working with large organizations around the world, right? Have ties to like BlackRock and the U.S. Reserve and Treasury and so many more large organizations that are backed by this company. But nonetheless, for those that are looking to get in, let's just once again throw a quick fib on here. I personally think anything under $1.50 is a really good level, to be honest with you. I still think there's a lot of room to run, of course. However, if you're looking for ideal entry, yeah, it's perfect. It kind of lines up great. So under that $1.50 mark is really ideal, which we were actually in that zone early December. We'll kind of see how things play out if we continue to drop back closer to that zone, but I really believe there's a lot more room to run with this one. But nonetheless, guys, just wanted to drop in real quick. Before I end off, I'll also look at, of course, XRP, the thing everyone's still talking about. And honestly, guys, XRP, it's been a long journey, guys. It's been a long journey. I started my journey back in 2016, and I had the opportunity, and I'll actually show you guys because sometimes you got to see it to believe it. So I had the opportunity to actually participate and get into XRP years ago, when it hit made the all-time high of over $3. I think it's $3.10 that it went up to. And not gonna lie, that was my favorite crypto at the time. Because we've never seen so much movement in such a short period of time from a cryptocurrency, right? So to see that finally XRP is getting back to those levels is exciting. But nonetheless, for those that are looking for opportunities to buy, I have it already marked up, guys. So the key zones, and we actually already went back into that zone December 10th, 9th, and 10th. But essentially, that price point between about $2.08 to about $1.90 is really that key area. So we were in that zone not too long ago. I actually wouldn't be surprised if we do drop back into that zone. And to be honest, guys, there's been talks already about an XRP ETF. And I really believe in the new year, we're going to see XRP, in my opinion, really just dominate and take over and surpass its previous all-time high, right? So for those that are looking to get in, this could be a really good, nice entry before things really take off again. But I'll leave you guys with that. If you have questions, drop it in the chat below, comment below, like, and don't forget to subscribe. I'll be sure to come back with you guys with some more updates. But with that being said, enjoy, and I'll see all of you soon.